Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today. I'm Tara Barnes-Darby, Director of Conferences, and I'm joined by our illustrious conference staff, our mighty staff of three. Ladies, would you like to introduce yourselves?
Sure. Hi. Good afternoon. I'm Allison McKeithen, Conferences Manager.
Hi, I'm Shantae Gray, Registration and Event Coordinator.
All right, so we're going to jump into the training, and basically what we're going to do is go over the platform. So we are going to cut our faces for now and get right on into it. So again, thanks so much for joining us for next week's summit. We have over 1,200 people registered. So we are excited about that, and I'm glad that your commitment to learning and sharing and networking remains, even though we're meeting virtually. I know some of us are becoming pretty well versed in the whole virtual meeting platforms. We are using a different platform. For those of you who may have attended USCHA, this platform is slightly different. So I'm glad for those of you that came. We're going to go through the platform and give you tips on what to do. Let's get started. So here's some basic tech information to make sure that you have the best experience in the platform. Chrome is the best browser, with Firefox being the second best. It's not recommended to use Internet Explorer, Microsoft Edge, or Safari. Also, make sure that you have adequate and consistent internet speed. And you can test that by going to this website, www.speedtest.net. And don't worry, all of this is being recorded, so you'll be able to access it. Additionally, this information will be on the letters that you'll receive starting tonight, between tonight and next morning, on how to access the platform. All right. Additionally, it's important that you can confirm that your organization will allow you to access these URLs. And these are the basic URLs. VFairs is the platform. Also making sure that you have Vimeo access, YouTube access, and the latest version of Zoom installed. All right, next slide. Again, so everyone will start to receive information on how to log into the platform starting tonight and tomorrow. So this is the website. This is what it looks like, the homepage for the website. And so you'll enter your email address, and then you'll click on login, and that'll be a place for you to enter your email address to access the platform. And this is the screen that you'll see. This is our conference lobby. And this is basically your home page where you'll find most of the conference information. And it's the place where you'll be able to navigate to different parts of the platform. For the most part, you can find most of what you need in the navigation bar. Additionally, the sign to the left, the one that looks like a directory, is clickable and includes links to the program book as well as the agenda. And the program book is going to be posted online later today. Let's start to go through the rooms. All right, so here's the conference exhibit hall. This year we opened the hall to sponsors only. We customized the window in the background to highlight some of the wonderful work that our domestic organizations have done by highlighting their conference, their prep campaigns. So we hope that you enjoy that. So what you're looking at is a scrollable version of the exhibit hall. Each booth is clickable. So what you do is you'd either click on in the middle of the screen, you probably is very faint, you'll see either a left arrow or a right arrow, and that's how you'll navigate throughout the booths. But again, what you do to access a single booth is basically just click on the image, and it will open up in a single booth view. Okay, so here's the virtual bag. The virtual bag is a place for you to download any of the documents and the videos or PDFs or anything else that has been uploaded by an exhibitor. And basically, once you go into a single booth, you'll see down at the bottom of the screen whether or not they've uploaded any documents. And right beside that document, there's an option to add to your bag. And once you click on that, it will load into your bag. And just a note about other materials in the conference platform, there are handouts that are going to be accessible for different workshops. Your handouts are not going to show up in the virtual bag. Your handouts will be downloadable directly to your computers. So the virtual bag is for exhibitor information. Handouts will be downloaded directly to your computer. All right, okay, on to plenary sessions.
Awesome. Thank you, Tara. So thank you everyone for being here. I'm excited to show you the plenary session rooms and a few other things as well. So to get to our plenary session rooms where we have our kind of like our big shows, we have 4 amazing plenaries ready for you. You want to click on either the top menu bar or the directory on the left. You'll see those plenary room names signs circled in red. And you want to click there and it'll take you right into the plenary room. Next slide. Once you're in the plenary room, you'll see a familiar sight, our host Ken Williams there, and you'll also see our main screen where you can click to see the offerings of plenaries that we have available. Next slide. So once you click on that screen, you come to this location. They'll list each of the 4 plenaries that we have that we're playing. You'll see the countdown to when those plenaries start. Our first plenary is going to be March 30th, starting at noon. So you want to make sure that you're ready to go and in the system and on the platform and in the room. So when it starts, you're right there at the beginning because it is going to start going live. So you'll make sure you get in there and get those and get into the plenary and find that location. So we're going to keep going. So next slide. We're going to go into the workshop rooms, and this is where most of the education happens. Again, you can locate it from either the top menu bar or that left side directory. Next slide. You get into the workshop room like you would at the conference, and you have your screen at the front where you can click on there to view the workshops that are available. Next slide. So once you get in there, you'll see all the listing of every workshop that we have available. And once the time comes for that that workshop to start, you'll see that join button right there in the red circle. You'll be able to click that and it'll take you directly into the Zoom room where that presentation is going to happen. And now we're on to our community corners. Our community corners are our special 15-minute sessions where folks from the community get to rave about their prep programs and what's going on in their communities and how they're making things better. So make sure you check those out. To access those, you see our community corner is in our upper menu bar, and also on our directory to the left. And once you click there, you will go directly into the Zoom room where you'll have your presenter there. It's a lot more intimate, so you'll be able to see them and ask them questions directly face to face. So don't miss those opportunities, and we'll put up more information about the time and who's going to be presenting when a little bit later. Thank you. Again, this is our community corner room. Once you're inside, again, you can click and go right inside the community corner screen, and it'll take you into your community corner.
Thank you, Allison. Now I will go over the chat function. So as you will see at the top, you can click on the chat. It will open up to a second screen. You can click on the names on the side. This is a good way to network. This is a good way to see the people that you have not seen in your community. You could do a text chat. You can call them. Yes, you can call them through the web, or you could video chat them. So it will be several different ways for you to chat. We encourage everyone to check in. We encourage everyone to network with each other. Also, here's the help desk. At the help desk, you can get technical support. If you have any questions concerning your workshop, any questions considering the plenary sessions, the virtual bag, exhibit hall, we are available to help you. We'll be there the entire duration to help you. All you have to do is go to the top, click on help desk, come to this room and click on technical support. The live hours are from March the 30th, 11 to 6, and March the 31st, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. If there's an emergency, and I do mean emergency, please email conferences@nmac.org. We will be also checking out emails constantly. So if there's any thing that come up, please send us an email, and we'll get to you as soon as possible. Then Allison will go briefly over the continuing education.
Thank you. So I want to make sure that everyone has a really good understanding of this process in order to get CEUs for attending the summit. So this year, we're only offering general CEUs through George Mason University, but it is a bit of a process. I want to make sure everyone has these steps down so that we can get those credits. Next slide, please. So the conference is able to offer a maximum of 4.7 CEUs, and that equals to 47 instruction hours. That means if you watch the entire summit, every workshop and every plenary, you can get 4.7 CEUs. In order to get those CEUs, there is a process. So you must attend the workshops, and at the conclusion of those workshops, complete the evaluation. Each workshop description has an evaluation survey icon denoted by that yellow pad with the check mark in it. Those icons link to our SurveyMonkey survey. This is the session evaluation. It'll take you to a new screen. As you see here in the blue box, that's what it looks like. When you get there, select the title of the workshop you attended. This is the workshop you want to get credit for. And then you'll answer questions 2 through 9 pertaining to that particular workshop. On question 10, you need to select yes. Next slide, please. Question 10 asks you, are you applying for CEs or CEUs? You want to click yes. This lets me know that I need to report this. Then you want to complete questions 11 and 12, entering in your name and your email address, because I need to know who to attribute these credits to. Once you finish entering that information and you submit that survey, you do that for every workshop and every plenary you would like to get credit for. Then you can go to our CEUs icon that you saw in the help desk room. Go to this George Mason University link right here. We'll have it available for you in a PDF with the instructions. And then you'll complete their form. Their form is an external form, next slide, in order to apply for their credits. Once you get to that form, to that website, you'll see that there's CEU NMAC CEU 024. That is the conference. You want to click there in order to apply for those credits. It's $50 to get those CEUs. Please make sure you do this after you finish entering in every workshop that you attended. I am sending a report to George Mason University, letting them know how many credits you have accumulated. So you want to make sure that you complete all the workshops that you wanted to get credit for, so I can report that to George Mason and they can issue you a certificate with CEUs, the maximum amount that you have completed and viewed and written out the surveys for, okay? These instructions will be available in the platform. I'm also available to answer these questions. If you have any more questions, you can contact me directly or contact me through the help desk on the platform during the conference. I'll be available to answer your questions. And that's how you get CEUs. Thank you.
Thank you, Allison. So here is our gamification leaderboard. So we have games that's throughout the conference platform. If you see these unicorns, please tap on them, touch it. They will get you points. We have a scavenger hunt. If you go to the sponsor booth, you get points. If you go to the plenary sessions, you get points. If you attend workshop, you get points. And also if you do the evaluation, you get points. So I suggest that you take some time and look for these unicorns and click on them. Of course, we have wonderful, wonderful games that prizes that you can win. The first prize is an iPad. The second prize is registration for the USCHA 2021. And the third prize is the air fryer. So please take time out and look for these colorful unicorns. Next, we have our Summit Virtual Lounge. So our lounge is set up to be laid back. It's set up for the community to come in, to have chit chat, to talk with people that you haven't seen in your field. We have a couple of activities lined up. We have yoga and meditation. We have a talk session, women in prep, art therapy. We'll do some reflections. We'll have another talk session, sex after 50, who can relate. There will also be some cocktail making and a happy hour. So if you want to, get up and dance and show your moves to everyone, we encourage you to join the lounge, and you can find the lounge on the top of your screen where it says lounge. The lounge hours on March the 30th and 31st will be from 1 to 5. So please, please, please join us, and you will see MAC staff in the lounges. So please stop in and say hi. This concludes our session, and we'll now start doing Q&A.
All right, thanks so much, Shantae. Hopefully you guys have been putting some questions in the chat box, and Chip, we're ready to answer some questions.
Okay, and we have a few already, but I just want to remind everyone to please go ahead and put your questions in the chat box, and we'll get to them one at a time. Also, we've had a couple of questions. People want to know if they can receive the slides. This session is being recorded, and the recording will be available on the Summit website tomorrow morning. So you can go back there and replay it at your leisure for that. So first question, if we received an option A scholarship, are we supposed to register? I tried, but wouldn't let me unless I gave a method of payment.
So if you received the option A, you received a link in your award letter to go on and register. If you didn't, please email me sgray@nmac.org.
Okay. Next question, are CEUs for everyone, or do you have to be certified?
The CEUs we offer are general CEUs. They're not attributed to any specific organization. So they're not specific to nurses or social worker or CHES. They're general CEUs. So if you want to accumulate them, anybody is welcome to get these CEUs.
Okay. We've had a request, wanting to know, folks who jumped on late, wanting to go back over the login information again.
Sure, you will get a welcome letter this evening or first thing tomorrow. You'll get a welcome letter with the link to get on the website. Please note the conference platform does not open up to Tuesday at 10 a.m.
Okay. Next question. Are we supposed to register for workshops in advance? If so, where do we do that?
No, as long as you're registered for the conference, you are registered for everything that the conference includes.
Is there a certificate of attendance for attending the conference?
We do not have a certificate of attendance, but it's something we can look into.
But we don't have one
question
into the platform, but yes, it's something that we can provide.
Okay. Question about the start time, is that 10 a.m. Eastern time?
That's correct. Correct. All the times listed are in Eastern time.
Someone's asking about lunch breaks, when the lunch breaks for the 2 days are.
We will not have lunch breaks, unfortunately. So you get comfortable at your computer and have your drink and something to eat. And also, feel free to, I would say that the one time that there aren't sessions that are going on are during the exhibit hall hours. So that's a good time to definitely visit the exhibits, but also be able to just jump and get something to eat and come right back.
Right, and there are 30-minute breaks between workshops as well.
Yeah, and keep in mind also, you don't have to, unless all of the workshops are going to be recorded and they're going to be available on demand later. The only thing, if you're interested in the Q&A and participating in that, you would have to attend live. Otherwise, you'll still have access to it. They'll be posted to the website within a day.
Okay, and this is a question I'm assuming for someone who has who's looking for CEUs. On Wednesday, my facility closes at 5. If I leave the room by 5:45 that day, will I still get credit for that session?
You are to attend the entire session. So I would say that if you need to come back and finish the workshop that you're in, remember that it'll be available on demand. So I suggest that you just go back to view the entire hour of the presentation and then submit your survey to qualify for your CEUs.
Just to confirm, the times listed are Eastern time.
Correct.
It's like someone's having trouble logging in an iPad.
They should definitely contact us separately. So send an email to conferences@nmac.org. If you have any issues regarding the iPads that NMAC sent, if you are a scholarship recipient.
Next question, have all scholarship award letters been issued?
Yes. They all have been issued and accepted. Thank you.
Are any of the workshops directed towards long-term survivors?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure specifically, but they are listed online. I mean, this is mostly like a prevention conference, so there's not a lot directed towards long-term survivors. I mean, there is a U equals U workshop and U equals U focused workshops, topics that are going to be covered. So I would definitely look through the program book to find that type of information.
Yeah, but on the conference website, the Biomedical HIV Summit.org, you can go to the agenda page to see the full list. And again, as we mentioned earlier, the program book will be posted later today.
Okay. Next question, how many sessions are available? I only saw and signed up for 2 on Tuesday and Wednesday from 12 to 1 and 5 to 6. Am I missing information somewhere?
There are a total of 42 workshops.
It sounds like you're referring to the plenary sessions. But yes, that's when the plenary sessions are each day.
How do we apply for CEUs? Do you provide the link?
The CEU screen located in the help desk will have a PDF with the information you need and the link so that you can apply for those CEUs.
All right. Is the program book with description workshops available to view in advance? I can answer that. Yes, it is. And it's on the website right now. You can go and download it from the Summit website right now. And all registrants will be getting an email reminder of that once this webinar is over to go and download the program book. So just make sure the session times are not automatically adjusting for our time zone. They're all at a standard reference time zone of Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
To get a certificate for the conference, who do we contact?
They could contact conferences@nmac.org.
Okay, I think especially is how many live sessions will take place at once, or will it be one at a time?
We have up to 11 workshops that happen live at one time. So we have four sessions, 4 workshop time slots, And during each one, we have up to 11 workshops happening. So, you know, if you want to go to a particular workshop and participate in their live Q&A, you need to make sure you select the one that you want to go to and make sure you're in that workshop room at that particular time that is scheduled for.
Are there special instructions for login for those presenting?
Presenters have been emailed a login email with instructions on how to access their workshop. If they have additional questions, they should reach out to me separately at a.mckeithen@nmac.org. My information is available on the PowerPoint that was sent out, and it's also available on the web. And if you're a presenter, you know how to reach me. So go ahead and reach out to me.
Next question is the $50 for all of the CEU credits you want?
Yeah, the $50 will give you a maximum of the 4.7 CEUs for the conference.
Are the workshops interactive?
The ones that are live on March 30th and 31st will have the live Q&A. That is the interactive portion.
And what's the platform that's being used?
vFairs is the platform.
Are there any tablets left? I'm assuming no.
That's correct. No, we've given it all of our scholarships.
I'm not sure quite. What time is? Sorry, it's the question. What time is your appointment for the 30th Central Time? So I guess they're asking if it's 10 o'clock Eastern Time, it'd be 9 o'clock Central Time.
That's correct. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I've gotten various emails with plenary session descriptions. They're currently an agenda calendar for daily plenary sessions and workshops.
Yes.
Yes, our agenda is listed on the website.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Question: Eastern Standard or Eastern Daylight?
Eastern Standard.
Eastern.
Yeah, because I think that we're in daylight savings time now. So yeah, because daylight. I get confused. Good Easter.
So this one said, do you have a swag bag, like a schedule for us to follow? And yeah, that's on the website right now. I am registered for my work email. Can I register my personal email as well in case I encounter any problems logging in with my work email?
Yes, you can email conferences@nmac.org and we can switch out your email. And also, I should say, when you go to log on to the website, make sure you use the email that you register with. The system will only recognize the email that you registered.
Okay. Waiting for more questions. Let's see if anybody has any more.
No problem. I know we covered a lot of information, so that's why we're here.
So yeah, if you have any more questions, please put them in the chat box. So we log in with our email and don't need our ID that I received in the scholarship award email.
No, you just need your email address.
Someone's asking if they can change the registration of their personal email, I'm assuming from their work email.
Yes.
And again, a question about guide says Eastern Standard Time, but we're in Eastern Daylight Time right now. Which is it?
We're in daylight savings time. Mm-hmm.
It's in daylight.
For those who are selected for a scholarship and will receive an iPad, will tracking information be sent out?
Yes. Tracking information.
Yeah.
Yes, please email me sgray@mmac.org if you have not received the iPad.
Will we be able to provide feedback on the presentations in the conference?
Yeah.
Yes,
yes,
we have our evaluation form. The evaluation is located. The evaluation form is located in the description of the workshop. So when you go into the workshop room and right where you select which workshop you want to attend, you'll see the description and the presenter's names. There's also a yellow icon with a check in it, and that's the evaluation. So once you watch it, afterwards you go back to that description and you can evaluate it right there. Make sure you select the title of the workshop once you get to the evaluation.
And the overall conference evaluation is also in the menu tab or the navigation bar.
Okay. Will a link be sent out just like for today's meeting?
Yes, you will get a welcome letter with the link for the platform.
Joking question, is there an attire for happy hour?
Come as you are, but come ready to party as well.
Exactly, it's a Zoom lounge, so yeah, have fun. That's up. But I don't think we have it.
Is there is there anything in particular that scholarship winners need to do in addition to attending as many sessions as we want? Also, would there be any room, so to speak, where scholarship winners can interact with each other, learn each other's stories, etc.?
So we have the Zoom lounge that they can join, and they'll see other scholarship recipients, also MX staff on there. We don't have anything specific that you need to do, but if you're loving it and you're loving your iPad, please send us an email. We love to hear positive feedback about your scholarship.
Yeah, so we don't have any separate Zoom breakouts or anything. There's just one lounge.
So now we go on the website and prep for the summit and check out the website, plenary and workshop descriptions and times and schedules, as well as who the facilitators are.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Chip mentioned just now, he posted the program book. So there's more information there with the actual descriptions of the sessions.
All right. Waiting on a few more questions. If anybody has any questions, again, please put them in the chat box. Oh, someone loves their iPad.
We're glad. We're glad that our sponsor allowed us to be able to offer them. So we'll definitely pass on that information.
Okay. Not getting more questions at the moment. We can give it another minute or two, see if anybody has any more questions. Oh, well, I need to download Zoom on my work computer.
You said why?
Do they need to download Zoom on their work computer?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's recommended that you download Zoom. If for anyone who already has Zoom, run an update. Make sure you have the latest version of Zoom so that you get the best experience in the conference platform. All the workshops are being operated through Zoom. It's embedded in the platform, but it's operating through Zoom. So you want to make sure that you have the latest version of Zoom on your computer.
We're getting a lot of love for the iPads on here right now.
Wonderful.
Excellent.
Someone says, thank you for my scholarship and this session.
You're welcome.
Anybody else have questions? Does not look like anybody else is asking. Oh, wait a minute. I spoke too soon. How many people are registered for the conference?
We have about 1,200 people registered.
Okay. Lots more thanks for the scholarships and iPads.
Right. And I just want to add that the reason that we, part of the scholarship options we had this year, was an option A scholarship, which is registration only, but also an option B scholarship that included an iPad, keyboard, and a certain amount of Wi-Fi service. And we did that because we know that access to technology and information is definitely something that's needed, especially in this era where we're doing a lot of virtual meetings and telehealth appointments, and we just wanted to make sure that we increase access amongst all of our communities. So we're glad to hear that you are grateful for the iPad, and hopefully you get everything that you need out of it. You can watch some movies later after the conference. All right, anything else, Chip?
Oh, yep, sorry. Someone is asking about the best way to do the Zoom meeting.
Best way to do it?
Yeah.
So basically, are you talking about how to access? So by following those instructions that are in the platform, all that you have to do is you go to the workshops tab, you click on the screen, that'll populate the list of workshops that you want to join, and you click that box. So you don't have to do anything. And Allison, you're not required to sign in, right? It just opens.
No. It'll open directly to the Zoom room. So, but the thing is to make sure that you have Zoom and the latest version of Zoom. So on your end, make sure that you have Zoom, the latest version, but the platform will take you right into the workshop. So you don't need to do anything else other than go through the platform to access it, because that's the only way to get into the workshop is to go through the platform. There are no outside links to workshops.
Okay. For the prep up room, is it for any organization? I would like to talk about my organization's program.
Can you repeat that, Chip?
Yes. For the prep up room, is it for any organization? I would like to talk about my organization's program.
Oh, okay, you're referring to the prep campaigns? We'll see what we can do. Why don't you go ahead and send your files, and we'll see if we can add it. It's kind of late, but we'll try.
Please make sure it's a high resolution file. The highest resolution you have.
I'm not sure we know this, but someone's asking how many states are going to be represented at the conference.
I don't know that offhand.
So this may be sidebar, but is there a way to keep or pay for the internet service after the 3 months?
We can get, yeah, I mean, let's get back to, I'm not sure, Shante, do you recall for USCHA what people had to do?
No, I'm not sure. Yeah.
Yeah, we can
Shoot
find
us
that.
an email and we can look into it.
Okay. And what time does the conference start?
The
10
actual
a.m.
first, so the first program starts at 12 noon Eastern on that Tuesday, March 30th. So you don't have to worry about getting logged into the to the platform until a few minutes before.
Okay. Someone's saying they did not receive the iPad. I said, Shante, they should email you on that.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yes, that's if they're an option B scholarship recipient.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Question about USCHA this year.
Well, great. I'm glad you asked. So, we are planning to move forward with the in-person conference, but obviously we're monitoring things like everyone else. We are, at the if you go to once you log into VFairs, you'll see that we have a USCHA booth. So we're going to have our website up where you can get information on exhibits and abstracts and sponsorship and registration, as well as the venue. But yeah, like I mentioned, we know that a lot of things affect the final decision, including vaccine rollout and the availability of people to travel. But we are planning to move forward. So USCHA this year, regardless of whether it's in person or virtual, will be October 8th through 31st. And for those of you who are aware, that is going to be over Halloween weekend. So a lot of people are excited about that. This year will be in DC. This is our DC rotation year. So back at the Marriott Marquis Hotel. And we're hoping, that this is our last virtual conference. We're hoping that USCHA is in person so that we can see everyone. And, this is great, but it's no substitute. So we'll be making a final decision by May 1st. So stay tuned.
Someone's asking about setting up, it looks like how to get into Zoom on an iPad. So I think we may need some help setting up the Zoom app on their iPad.
Yeah.
Who should they contact? Who should we have them contact on that?
Yeah, they can contact us so that we can make sure. You can send an email, conferences@nmac.org. And I know it sounds like a generic email, but basically it goes to all three of us. So the person, you can send anything conference related to that email address. And that's conferences@nmac.org.
So let's see, question about times again. So the conference starts at 11 or 12?
The conference starts at 12, but the platform will be open by 11. But there won't be any going on. You can just log in early.
Someone is asking about 50+ scholarships for USCHA 2021.
There is a plan to offer that. Of course, our treatment division is the lead on those 50+ scholarships. So I'm sure as soon as they've confirmed, they will be announcing that information. But it's not, we haven't announced that yet. The only thing that we are going to be announcing, and you'll be able to see on our website, is the general scholarships. And those are our option A and B scholarships. And for an in-person conference, option A is our registration only, and option B is the registration, 2 nights of hotel, and a $100 gift card.
We have an early bird here. When can we apply for scholarships for USCHA?
You can start applying next week.
Question about, could USCHA be both? I'm assuming they mean online and in person.
Yeah, and basically, so the terminology people are using now is a hybrid conference. And that's a conference that's in person, but allows some access for people to also view content virtually. Right now, we're not having the ability to offer a live version of the conference, but we will probably have some versions that are recorded that can be accessed later.
Okay, and question on times. What is going on the platform from 10 to 12?
Nothing. You can just get in there to, check your login, and that's it. I wouldn't recommend logging in that early, but you can.
Yeah, it's an opportunity to get familiar with the platform, navigate it, go to different rooms, make sure everything's kind of functioning for you. If you have any issues or anything, it's a good time to kind of, troubleshoot those things early, but nothing's going to be available.
Okay, and someone's asking where USCHA will be located.
If it's in person, it will be located here in Washington, D.C. at the Marriott Marquis Hotel that's across from the Convention Center.
Question, when you say check your login, are you making sure our email is our login?
Yes.
Okay, no more questions at the moment. Maybe give another minute or two. They seem to come in blocks, so then give it another minute or two to see if anybody else has more. Yep, and I was right. Here's another cluster. How can people become a part of the program committee?
Awesome. Audio went out.
The program committee. I'm sorry, my internet's a little glitchy. For the summit, just send an email expressing your interest, and I'll pass it over to our treatment division.
Will anyone be available if we sign in early and have issues to resolve?
Yes, so the help desk will be staff starting at 11.
Where should I send a request to change my email for registration? Shantae, that's you?
Yeah, yes, or conferences@mmac.org. Either one, we'll get it. I'll get it.
Not a question, just kudos to all the folks who put together this presentation. Quite engaging, and the personal pictures included were a lovely touch.
Thank you.
Anybody else with questions? Doesn't look like it.
Okay. All right, looking forward to see you guys log in next week on Tuesday. Again, thanks so much for registering. We look forward to the summit, and hopefully it's a great experience for everyone. Again, if there are any technical issues, make sure to click on the help desk so that we can help you. And it's not just, for general questions about workshops or plenaries. This is actually to help you with your devices. And we'll have people from the platform staffing as well. So definitely, if you have any technical support issues, log in early just to make sure, a few minutes early, just to make sure that you can access everything, because we want to make sure you have the best experience. Awesome. So Chip, if there's nothing else, then I think we're done.
Thank you all.
Thanks.
Thanks, everybody. See you next week.
Bye.